All right, we've got some true and false now. So each of these is really trying to get at, do you know all of the facts and can you use them? So here I'm asking if this is a rectangle. So I have A, B, C, D, and all I know is that that equals that. I would have to know a lot more information to say that that's a rectangle. So that is false. It's not that it can't be, I just don't know if it is. Next, this guy's here. I've got that this angle and this angle and this angle are equal. But I don't have anything about that one. So they don't all have to be 90. They could be 40, 40, 40, and then something. So this is, again, false. It is a square. So if it is a square, so if it is a shape that has all equal angles and all equal sides, is it a shape that has all equal angles? Totally. That's in the definition. If the opposite sides are equal, and when it just says that, it means both sets, then it is a parallelogram. Absolutely, we have done this proof. So this proof exists, so for sure. Now you could do like a mini proof, takes like 2 seconds. SSS gives you congruent triangles, angles give you, I'm sorry, these angles here give you the parallel, and these angles here give you the other parallel. All right, for this one here, A, B, C, D, I am saying that this and this are equal to each other, which doesn't really tell us much, so that is, we'd have to know more. Here, if a shape has all equal sides, then it has all equal sides and all equal angles. False. You can have, obviously, all equal sides with no equal angles. Or not all four. Alright, last one. If all the angles are equal, then it is a rectangle, not a square. So that would be false. Alright. Diagonals bisect each other. That's a theorem. We know it's a parallelogram. It's like the 5th time this has shown up. That must be. Could be is any of the types of parallelograms. Rhombus, rectangle, and square. Diagonals are perpendicular. Nothing. But it could be a kite. It could be a rhombus. It could be a square. It could be a trapezoid. It could be lots of different things. So if it's in different kind of regions, then it doesn't have to be either one. So that's kind of something to think about. For congruent angles, that is the definition of a rectangle. For congruent sides, that is the definition of a rhombus. So if it is for sure a rectangle, it could be a square. And if it is for sure a rhombus, it also could be a square. So again, if it is this, it could be this. And if it is this, it could be this. Parallelograms, we already know that, with perpendicular diagonals. Parallelogram, first place we have perpendicular, so it is for sure a rhombus, but could be a square. I know how to spell rhombus, there we go. All right, congruent diagonals. We did this on the flip side. It could be a rectangle, it could be an isosceles trapezoid. These are two completely different regions, so we don't know which one it is. It must be nothing. But it could be a rectangle or a square or an isosceles trapezoid. All right, last one, we have a parallelogram with congruent diagonals. So this is the first place it shows up, so it must be at least a rectangle. But of course, if it must be a rectangle, it could be a square as well, given more information. All right, all squares, all of these things have at least 4 equal sides. Absolutely. All of these things also have all equal angles? No. All squares, all of these things have 4 equal angles? Yes. All of these also have 4 equal sides? Not always. Are sometimes these guys? Yes. All of these guys are these guys? No. This is 1 set, this is 2 sets. All quadrilaterals are trapezoids? I hope you don't think that's true. All parallelograms are trapezoids. That's 2, that's 1. All squares are trapezoids? No. All quadrilaterals are parallelograms. Any rhombus, so let's think about this, any shape that has all equal sides, if it has one right angle, So if it already has that, if it also has that, is it a square? Yes, because those have to be equal and those have to be supplementary, so yes, that would be true. All rectangles have parallel sides? Totally. All rhombuses are trapezoids? No. No trapezoid has a pair of congruent sides. Well, that's not true. We have our isosceles trapezoid that that works for. A parallelogram with 4 right angles is a square. 4 right angles tells us it's a rectangle. And a parallelogram with adjacent sides of equal measure is called a rhombus. Totally. If I know it's a parallelogram and I know these guys are equal, and these guys, and everything is equal, it is a rhombus. And opposite sides of all quadrilaterals are equal in length? Absolutely not. That's not true, that's not true, that's not true. So that is false.